everybody gonna go through a phase in their life where they experience something that was so unfortunate, and you may hear this phrase where they say you gotta charge it to the game. That's a true statement. I can really admit that it's just some things you gotta charge to the game. In any hierarchy of success, the more successful people have been, from stories I've heard or stories that I've read, they all went through an experience where they just had to charge it to the game. It's certain things, man, you can't let throw you off your square and off your pivot to prevent you from remaining on the course to achieving the objective. And you got to charge it to the game. I mean, in business, people lose money, a lot of money. People get screwed over, and you got to bounce back. I mean, I remember, man, I was doing business with this dude, man, and man, when I tell you, man, I put this man on like this man ain't know nobody. Now, I'm not finna lie to y'all and act like I'm just this super popular guy and I got the juice, because I don't. But, I am, I ain't know nobody, I know some people. But anyway, when I tell you he ain't know nobody, man, when he gave me his business plan, I knew who to introduce him to. And to make a long story short, man, like, we was doing business with each other, and dude got this distribution and went ghost. I ain't heard from him since. But, he ended up, the business ended up failing. Like, it didn't even last, like, I don't even think he lasted like 2 weeks, once he got the distribution. And I'm leaving a lot of things out the story, but I'm just summing up how, I put dude on. I thought we had a great rapport, and, dude ghosted me. You know what I'm saying? I just had to charge it to the game. And one thing I had to learn from this situation is, if it ain't in ink, it don't count anyway. So I'm kind of glad it happened the way it did, because imagine if dude had got millions. I wouldn't have got no money anyway, because my name wasn't involved in the paperwork. And, I just see a lot of people crash out, and give up on things because of something that's as simple as, nah, bro, you just got to charge it to the game. Another situation I went through is, man, I was recording with this dude, man, this engineer. And, man, I thought we was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was respect there. Like, I would come to the studio on time. I ain't never not pay him his money. Like, every time we had a session, I paid him exactly, what it cost. And we ain't never got into no argument or nothing. So, one particular time, man, I went to the studio and I didn't even record. That's the thing. I didn't even record this session. I was having him mix down a record. And, my gut feeling had told me, like, to cancel that session. That's why you got to go with your gut feeling. But when I'm in the session, man, I know how engineers are, man. Like, a lot of engineers be trying to do less work for the money they charge. And they be trying to play these little games, you know what I'm saying? Where they trying to hustle you, and eat up time. Like, just do unnecessary things because they just trying to eat up the clock so, they can get all your money, which is corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a black man, I'm a black man. We should be trying to, support each other. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm doing right by you. But whatever. Anyway, to continue with the story, basically, man, dude was just eating up all the time. You feel me? Like, he was just on some super, like, being extra with eating up the time. And I even said verbatim, I was like, hey, bruh, don't be doing that little trick, man, where you dig what I'm saying, run up the time while I'm trying to get the joint mixed down. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't going to be right. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying you for a session and I ain't going to get my stuff done. Man, bruh. Dude ended up doing exactly what I thought he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? And then when I called him out on it, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I give you another, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I give you another 30 or 40 minutes or whatever. And he did it with an attitude. And even though, he mixed it down or whatever, the words was rushed and all that. Then he unfollowed me off Instagram because he know, you know what I'm saying, he did me wrong. Which was crazy because it's just like, my man, if you was just hurting for some money, you know what I'm saying, you could have just said, like, hey, bro, I ain't even trying to do that. You know what I mean? Like, or I don't know. Like, you could have just canceled the session, because at one point, dude had ended up. We had a session one time, and I kind of finished before the clock ended, and he ain't even charged me the whole session. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he ain't even charged me the whole amount. So I know it's some good in him. Pause. But it's like, I don't know. Like, dude he just pulled a sucker move, man, and nigga gonna unfollow me and act like I'm the problem. Like, you know, like I did something wrong. But I just done learn, like, you gotta charge that to the game, because it's just like everybody go through these hurdles, man, and it's something you going through, man. Like, you can't crash out, because I kind of wanted to do something and I wanted to say something, but I just know how the universe work. I know how karma work. Like, when I don't think about stuff and I just move on with my life, I always hear about something happening to somebody. Not that I'm out here praying and wishing that something happened, but it's just how it happened with me. Like, when I was in band, I was in middle school, you know what I mean? And when I was in band, bro, like, I had like dealt with a lot of racism, man. And at that time, I didn't know like what stress could do to you. But that's partially the reason why I ended up flunking the 8th grade. I was so stressed out because, man, like, they was up in there drunk and doing the most, like, in band. And they ended up getting fired like 2 years later. I wasn't thinking about them or nothing. I'm in school one day and they was like, you know, such and such got fired, you know what I'm saying? Because dude was coming to school drunk. You know what I mean? And I was just like, dang, I'm glad I ain't take that stuff too personal. You know what I'm saying? That's just another way of saying charge it to the game. You know, you just got to really learn from things that gave you setbacks, and, you know, use that knowledge moving forward, you know, in your next endeavor, you know. I'm saying that to somebody because at first, man, I used to really like be mad, because I'm just like, dang, bro, like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't right. But, man, that's why you gotta listen, man, and try to learn as much as you can about many different situations and scenarios, man, so you know how to, you know, deal with things, man, accordingly. But learn that with great success, it's gonna be some situations like that where you gotta charge it to the game. And that's what I just want to tell whoever watching this video, man. Learn to charge it to the game. I am James Vergato, man. Thoughts of a Young Man Provoke. God Body, God Level Genius. Subscribe to the God Level Genius YouTube channel. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. Genius.